Good morning and happy Saturday. This is Heather Blackman. I am at the top of Lion's Head Village, and it is a cold start to this day, but it's going to start to warm up. We've got lots of events going on this weekend. We're ready to fill you in on everything that is maybe should be on your schedule, and Vail Valley Live starts right now.
Good morning. My name is Meredith Kirkman, and welcome to Vail Valley Live. We come to you daily, 7:30 to 8:30, and we're thrilled to start the day with you on this Saturday, the day after St. Patrick's Day. But the green Irish celebration still in the air. We had a great day yesterday. And Heather's right. It is pretty cold. Yes, or today it was cold. Yesterday it was deceivingly cold. The sunshine was beautiful, blue skies, but temperatures were breezy and brisk. And we're starting things cold this morning, a whole whopping 1 degree. Maybe even some parts are negatives. So if you are debating whether you want to get an early start or kind of delay it, I would personally kind of take the morning, let it warm up a bit because the sun really does warm everything. And it's going to be another great ski day. We saw decent crowds yesterday. We do have spring break. So we have a lot of people in town from Florida, from Texas, which we love. We love the energy and the vibe, but just be aware that you may see some lines at the lifts, but plenty of acreage to spread out on both Vail and Beaver Creek. So let's take a quick look at the weather so you can know what to expect for today and further into the weekend. So cold start. Ooh, 1 degree maybe, and it'll warm up today. We have an abundance of sunshine headed our way. But yeah, even -2 in some places, and we're going to see a high of 30 today. We have no predicted daytime snow or even in the night, but we're going to see sunshine all day, and that is going to continue throughout tomorrow too. It's going to be generally sunny despite maybe a few afternoon clouds and a little bit more wind tomorrow, 10 to 15 miles per hour. And the UV index is about 5 out of 10. So that is slowly rising as we're getting into the spring. So it's a great reminder to wear your sunscreen. Looking ahead to next week, hey, we have snow in the forecast. So starting Monday, those clouds are going to roll in and the snow showers are going to develop in the afternoon. On Monday, though, we will see about a high of 40, and that chance of snow is 50%. And the snow is going to continue through Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, possibly even Friday. We're forecasted for clouds and snow all next week, which is fantastic. So let's take a look at those snow totals and see what we can predict. No new snow in the last 24 hours, but in the next 5 days, we can expect to see about 8 or 9 inches on both Vail and Beaver Creek. And then in the next 10 days, an additional 10 to 11 inches. So that's almost just under 2 feet. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we can continuously see that snow next week because we can always use it. The conditions are pretty good, especially last weekend. We had a big powder day, so a lot of new snow that filled in. You can sometimes feel some icy spots underneath that fresh snow. They kind of call it dust on crust. So that can be in some areas, especially if it doesn't get a lot of sunlight. So, I mean, hey, we love the snow and we're almost at the 300-inch mark. We'll probably hit it next week. So that is a quick look at your weather. Thank you to the outlets at Silverthorne for sponsoring the weather segment. And let's bring it outside. I feel grateful today. I'm in the warm studio, but I know Heather is maybe shivering in her boots. So let's see how it feels.
Yeah, it definitely does not feel warm out here. I'm a little jealous today. It's very chilly, although you've been in the cold quite a bit this week as well. It's been a really, I think almost every day this week I have woken up and thought it's a very chilly start to the day. Although all the beautiful sunshine makes it a little bit better, It's been getting nice and warm. So a little bit of a mix here. It will warm up. I agree with your recommendation. I would stay inside, warm up with some nice coffee to start the day. And then as it starts to get warmer, that's definitely when I would head out.
Yeah. Like I said, it's an abundance of sunshine, so plenty of time throughout the day. And the new news this week is that Vail postponed its or moved its closing time from 3:30 to 4, which is an extra 30 minutes on the hill, which is always awesome. I love skiing in the afternoon and then heading into an après. So it's great news because we weren't quite sure. For a
Yeah.
while they said they were going to just keep it at 3:30, so I think we were all pleased to hear that.
Yeah, so first weekend day that you get to stay a little bit later. So I think that's a really good plan. There's plenty of opera going on this weekend. So if you want to be able to enjoy more of the sunshine, the warmer temperatures, it'll start to get chilly again. I usually think around that 3 o'clock mark, but at least that way then you can kind of start to roll that direction, not feel rushed, and get to enjoy some of the live music and good apps and beverages around town.
Yeah, you'll find live music actually right where you're standing, which is awesome. And then over near the International Bridge, too, they always do some pop up music. And then also in the restaurants, you're always going to find some live music, especially Red Lion. They always have their famous opera singers. But it's going to be an awesome vibe. Yesterday, I actually got on the hill after the show, which was nice, enjoying the sunshine. And I had my nice green St. Patty's outfit on. And there's my boyfriend. He came dressed as the Irish man he is as well. So we had a great day on the hill.
Oh, very nice. And it got a little bit warmer after the show yesterday, so hopefully you at least had some nice warmer turns as the day grew on.
Definitely, especially when you're in the sun. When you got into the shade, it was the reminder of how cold it was on the mountain. So just be aware of that when you are getting dressed for the mountain. And another thing, St. Patrick's energy is continuing this weekend.
Yeah.
And we have the Shamrock Shuffle that is kicking off at 10 a.m. today in Vail at the Nordic Center. And this is an annual race that happens. It's a 5K and a 10K presented by the Kroger family, and it's such a fun race because everyone gets dressed up in their green and just has fun outfits, maybe a green tutu, and it's just a fun race. Some people take it pretty competitive as well, but like I said, it's been happening for a long time, and it's all going to take place at the Vail Nordic Center.
I love these like seasonal or holiday themed races because, like you said, you get to get dressed up in all of your fun gear and really just make it a lot of fun if I do.
Definitely. And there are prizes for people who do win. And you can have a variety of shoes, whether it's, those yak tracks under your shoes. Maybe you put on a full pair of snowshoes. So it's kind of under your discretion. But I'm not really a runner, but I love the energy. And I love that people partake in these races, even in the winter. It's not just a summer sport.
No, definitely. I am less of a runner and more of a cyclist now, but definitely in my past, I run a number of marathons and Ironmans and things like that. So there's lots of running races that I have participated in, and I actually used to prefer winter running. It's quite nice to be kind of going over the snow, and definitely right now it's going to be nice and packed down. I don't even think you're going to need snowshoes, maybe some yak tracks. This can be a really fun way to start the weekend, and then you can hit the slopes. Feel like you got a little warm up in and then go enjoy heading downhill. So I think these are fun events. Haven't done this particular one, but I've done lots of these around the area in the past.
Definitely. We're going to keep up the celebration as long as we can. We love to party here. So, another way that you can celebrate St. Patrick's Day is actually here at the Grand Hyatt. They have their Fireside Lounge, and they're doing a very specialty menu. And I think we have it, so we can kind of show them. But really delicious. Some of those like traditional Irish meals. Let me pull up the menu, and then they have a great deal on their beers, and they're going to turn all their beers green too. And we
Oh,
actually we
fun.
have all the information. I was actually able to talk with Carrie, so maybe we can pull that up because that is still taking place today. And then also the energy is kicking off over at the Westin, which is another resort here in town, over in Avon. And they have this new après ski lounge called the Stranahans. It's the Stranahan Ski Lounge. So it's presented with that whiskey, and it's only going to be until April 2nd. But I started the show yesterday there, and they have these large whiskey barrels that you sit in. Only 4 people can fit in, and they have a really great menu, and they'll give you a maple old fashioned, and this is just such a unique way to do an opera.
Oh, I saw the pictures of it. It looks so incredible. It's like when everybody was doing the outdoor igloos and those types of things. I just think those are really fun. It adds a little something special to just kind of opera or dinner or whatever you're having. Really unique that they're doing it in these giant whiskey barrels. So something
Yes.
more fun and definitely, like you said, holiday appropriate to go along this weekend.
Absolutely. And this is all presented with a Stoke and Rye, which is a new restaurant in the Westin. Some really great food. So if you've been debating to go do a whole dinner there, you can do like a smaller opera, and there's some oysters. And I mean, the menu is just gorgeous. So go to stokeandrye.com for more of that information, and visit it while you can and get your reservation, because it's only there until April 2nd, and it's right on the deck, so you're looking up at Beaver Creek. It's just gorgeous. So put that on the list, but maybe you're here in Vail and you want to still celebrate the St. Patty's Day. I had a chance to catch up with Carrie Clay, and that is all taking place today. Cheers! Happy St. Patrick's Day. Joining me this morning, we have Carrie Clay, and she's here at Grand Hyatt Vail, and we're talking about how we're celebrating the holiday here at this resort.
We're really excited. Today we have a ton of really fun specials going on. We're going to be doing a St. Patrick's Day special in Fireside. We have 2 different meal options. There's going to be a shepherd's pie or the traditional corned beef and cabbage. So it kind of gets both of those really great comfort foods. I'm obviously most excited for the green beers. We are going to have draft beer specials for $5. We'll also be doing canvas wines by the glass for $8. So a lot of fun things going on. We'll have live music from 3:30 to 8 today, and it's going to be so cool to just have what a great atmosphere of fun, friends, and a little bit of green in your life.
Yeah, I mean, those prices are like happy hour all day, so those are definitely a special. And this is going to be at the Fireside Lounge.
Fireside Lounge. We're going to run the special both today and on Saturday.
Okay.
So for 2 days. So if you miss it today, come back tomorrow and enjoy it. Again, food specials, drink specials, and just a great atmosphere.
Absolutely. And so this is obviously for the guests staying here at the resort, but if you're not, are you able to visit? Tell us about the parking situation.
You are, as always, with food and beverage. If you dine in one of our outlets, complimentary parking, valet parking to be specific. So that's always a great perk because there's so much limited space out here. So come see us, park with the valet, say hey to all the guys, enjoy the music and all the specials that we have going on.
Absolutely. Well, cheers to that,
Cheers.
Carrie.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
I know where I'm celebrating.
Join us every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and watch Vail Valley Latino. Our goal is to elevate the voices of the Latino community in the Eagle River Valley and provide a platform to speak with local businesses, organizations, entrepreneurs, creatives, and much more. Find the show on Facebook, YouTube, and Outside Television Channel 17. We are Vail Valley Latino.
All right, welcome back. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button or like us on Facebook so you get the alerts when we go live, and you can easily tap in when you wake up and hear what we have in store for the day. Or maybe you're watching on Outside TV Channel 17. Thank you and welcome. So we're going to take a look at what made headlines for today, Saturday, March 18th. We have a great cover. Just love these colors. You're not going to be able to see. It's kind of like a teal cover, but springing forward. And we have so many great articles in the paper today. And there's a lot of good spring sales happening too. So pick up your copy. You can find them all across the valley, all free. So taking the big headline for today is we're still losing ground. Panelists at the Vail Symposium's Yimby Jamboree take a hard look at the obstacles and opportunities to create much needed workforce housing. So that is even continued on later in the paper. So you can read a little bit more on the workforce and housing, but keeping it very fun Friday series. Those blue skies are the star of the day yesterday. The Laughing Bones perform for the Mountain Music Series Friday at Mammy's in Beaver Creek. The band performs every Friday all the way through the end of March. This is one of the best decks in Beaver Creek. It's right in Bachelor Gulch. So definitely mosey on over there. Have a little picnic. You can grill out there too. Always a really good vibe. And looking at the local and region news, nothing like home cooking. Vail Firehouse hosts wounded heroes for a dinner to close out their week with the Vail Veterans Program. This is a great review on that event written by Tricia Swenson, and they transformed the Vail Firehouse into a dining room for these participants. And each year the group dines here every year, and it just kind of feels like a tradition, and nothing like home cooking. So you can read more about that event on page A2. And lots of news about Shiffrin, Michaela Shiffrin. So we have an exciting event that just was announced, and this is happening on April 2nd, and this is her hometown coming parade. So this is Michaela 87 celebration. That's going to be at 4 p.m. at Solaris. So this is the opera we are going to do, and it's totally open to the public. Many community organizations are coming together, both Vail and Beaver Creek Resort, Eagle County, Vail Mountain, Town of Gypsum, Eagle, Minturn. We have the Vail Valley Foundation, CFC, Colorado Snow Sports Museum, Ski and Snowboard Club. I mean, these are all the big name organizations. We're coming together and we're going to celebrate the GOAT, who she is. So we're so excited for her to come home, and we want to show our hometown pride for her. So please join us in Vail. It should be a lot of fun. April 2nd, 4 p.m. And we have more news about Shiffrin. She's motivated to finish her season strong. So it's the last races this Saturday and Sunday for the World Cup. And she placed 14th in Super G at the World Cup Finals on Thursday. She'll finish the 2023 season with a slalom on Saturday, today, and a giant slalom on Sunday. And these two events she's already secured this season Crystal Globe in. So we're ringing our cowbells all the way from Vail to Andorra is where she is. So she's trying to stay strong and motivated. You can read a little bit more about her on page A37 for the sports and outdoors. Moving on to arts and entertainment, we have a big show up at the Villar Center tonight with Pat Green, and the opener is J.D. Clayton. And this is all taking place at 7 p.m. Tickets starting at $45. Pat Green has played here before, and he is one of Texas country's modern era founding fathers. So if you are interested, take a look at this article and then maybe go visit velarpac.org and buy your ticket for tonight. And fun times, great food at Route 6, Eagle Vale's best spot for entertainment and late night offerings. This is a picture of the seafood pasta with garlic bread, just one of their things on their menu. They have pretty much anything that you can dream of, a really wide range on that menu, which is so nice. And actually another thing that's happening there tonight, the Fabulous Femmes dance party. So from 7 to 10 p.m., you can join the Fabulous Femmes for a dance party featuring hits of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. The dance floor is open, and they can't wait to see you. $10 cover at the door. Arrive early for the best seating. So make sure you hit up Route 6 tonight. And of course, we have our Vail Live and Town Talk. You can submit your photos on Instagram using hashtag Vail Live. We got some cute dogs, of course. Most days we see some cute dogs. And then, hey, Watch and Win. This is our Watch and Win that we are doing we're doing tomorrow, and we're going to tell you all about it today. So it's your chance to win a pair of kids' adrenaline mittens from Outdoor Research, a $100 gift card to Boggs Footwear, a Hydro Flask cooler cup, outside television water bottle, a 10-liter container of Boost Oxygen, and a Boost Oxygen t-shirt. I mean, come on, that is awesome. So you just have to tune in tomorrow to Watch and Win, sometime between 7:30 and 8:30. So pick up your copy today. Like I said, there's a lot of different information, even like this sales. There's like a 40% off big sales with Vail Sports and Beaver Creek Sports. So it's really awesome information. Okay, now it's time to look at the roads. Pretty easy commute in today. We didn't have any snow in the last 24 hours. So the commute is easy, and all the snow is really melting on the side of the streets. As you can see here, these are the live cams in East Vail, Officers Gulch, which is heading up from Denver to the high country. And then we have both Vail Pass Summit and the Eisenhower Tunnel. So smooth sailing for any traffic moving east or westbound, but it will start to pick up by tomorrow. And normally Sundays are pretty hefty of traffic heading back to Denver. So be aware of that. So that takes care of some business. Now let's bring things back outside and see where Heather has wandered off to.
Hey, Meredith. I just headed down to where the live music is going to be a little bit later today. So this is that Vail Opera stage that you were mentioning, and they have events every single day until I think it's April 2nd. There's a sign right behind me. So they have silent disco, art workshops, and then this is one of the live music spots. So 3 to 6, that would be including today. It's an easy spot to find, and still up by the bus stop at the front of the village. So just thought I'd kind of show where that was. I hadn't really seen it yet. I think I've been over on the other side of Vail. So really fun activity, kind of a free thing, easy thing to do on your off race.
Absolutely. There's so much entertainment across the valley, whether it's for opera or in the evening. That show at the Villar Center is going to be fabulous tonight. And there's also a dance performance happening tomorrow. And this is with a local competition dance company. And actually, I've been working with them since August, and they've been training so hard. They've been competing since January in Denver. And so now they put all of those dances, whether it's big group numbers or solos and duets, into a show. And this is happening at Homestake Peak tomorrow at 5 p.m. And tickets are really reasonable. They're $10. And these dancers are so incredible. I mean, they're pre-professional. I think some of them are going to really end up being professionals, maybe going to Broadway. So this is a cool thing that I wanted to plug, all happening at Homestake Peak, which is right in Eagle Vale. So if you enjoy some dance and supporting the community, think about attending this.
Oh, that's awesome. I know you're still a dancer. I was a dancer when I was a kid. That was many years ago now. But I thought that'll be really neat. And it's always fun to get to share what you've been working on kind of with the community and people that you actually know. I just think that sounds like a really fun event.
Definitely. But if maybe sports is more your thing, there is the Vail Yeti hockey, which is just around the corner from you. And I hear that they did win last night. They went into overtime and they won
So,
8-7. So that is really exciting. I know you haven't been to a Yeti game yet, but it is
no,
so
not.
much fun. It's so much
No,
fun.
this has been on my list. It's so, we're talking about all these different events. There's something going on all the time. It's so hard to choose. And I will be honest, last night, we just kind of wanted a nice, easy night. We should have gone to the to go watch the game, maybe, especially when they won. That's amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. I was trying to remember who was playing. So it's the Phoenix Desert Dogs, and this the puck drop is going to be at 7:45, and they do normally go until about 10:30. And it's just so much fun. So online tickets are $10, at the door 15. And I always run into people here. I mean, I do live here, but it's a great place to meet people. I will say that. And kick off Saturday night. Maybe you then even go into the village and do some late night. There's a lot of great places. Chasing Rabbits is another late night. Shakedown Bar, which always has live music until 2 a.m. And then Bridge Street Bar, too, which is one of my favorite places because it's half a bar, half a club, all in the same place. And you can kind of just circle and hear some live music and then go hear some DJs and have the lights. So that's one of my favorite spots. And it always is a rowdy time, late night in Vail. I mean, it's a party from noon to 2 a.m. here.
Always something going on.
Definitely.
Yeah, and you can start to see there's way more people than I would have expected on this really nice cold warm morning. People are really starting to wake up, so I think that means it's going to be a busy day. Because if it is
Yeah.
already getting a little bit woken up around here on a really cold morning, it's going to be lines are going to start to grow a little bit faster, I would guess, than normal. I think, hey, holiday weekend, maybe people took an extra day off the front or the end of this. So definitely, if you're going to be hitting the mountain today, maybe just be a little aware of that. It is a weekend, and sunny days always bring out lots of people.
Definitely. But there are two options to get up on the mountain from Lion's Head. So I know you'll give us a sneak peek later in the show and we can kind of explain all the different vantage points on how you can get up on the mountain for Vail. So stay with us, folks. We have so much more coming at you.
Hi, I'm Peggy Ziegler, fashion guru and stylist for the outlets at Silverthorne. I'm here to share with you an amazing place called the Colorado Welcome Center. We've got fabulous brochures on all the nearby places and towns and things to do right here while you're in Summit County and visiting the outlets at Silverthorne. And of course, pick up your Elite Savings Card booklet, offering you fabulous discounts and a rewards program too. See you soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery is kind of a one-stop shop. We have everything in-house.
We have cast techs, MRI machines, x-ray of course right at the clinic, physical therapy right at our clinic.
I'm going to get to the bottom of what your diagnosis is with all the resources we have, and that's what we do.
We're at Castile Creek and Coyote Lodge and Sporting Club. And joining me now, we have Malia Cox-Nobrega and Barbara Gardner with Liv Sotheby's International Realty. And Malia, this is gorgeous out there. I can't believe that I've never been here before. Tell us about this property.
Well, it's 457 acres, Castile Creek is, and it's located in Edwards, Colorado at Lake Creek. It's in the heart of the Vail Valley. Easy to get to the airport, easy to get to dinner. 10, 12 minutes, you're in Edwards having dinner. Vail Beaver Creek Resort, so close, yet you feel like you are out in the middle of the Rocky Mountains and that you might be lost.
Well, yes, and you know what? You got so many great amenities out here just for the outdoor recreationalists and a lot of acreage. Tell us about what we border up against.
Right, so we don't only have 457 acres, we have 2 million that we're bordering Forest Service. We've got great direct access to that. But on property, Tricia, as you can see right here, we have miles of groom trails. Thank goodness Tim and our snowcat grooms every 6 inches. so that you can go and you can snowshoe, you can cross-country ski, you can take out your snowmobiles, you can ride in the snowcat. It's really just a winter wonderland.
Oh yeah, and then the Coyote Lodge and Sporting Club, all the stuff that's indoor there too. So no matter what the weather, no matter what the season, you can do some indoor recreation.
Absolutely. If it's one of those snowy days that you don't want to be outside, you can go inside. We've got 28,000 square feet of fun inside. Oh gosh, the 6-story climbing wall, a teppanyaki bar, pickleball, golf simulator, lap pool. I mean, I could go on and on.
Yeah, it is. It's endless in there. And also a great party venue. Someplace where you could bring your family, have a big birthday party, Super Bowl party, all sorts of things here.
Really, any party. It's you could really do any party in different aspects of this property. It is phenomenal. You can have your all-important, 50 or 60th birthday party. You can have your child's 13-year-old birthday. Just depends on what you're doing, and you can just reserve them for your family, and you can have an incredible event. It really, there's no venue like it that I've ever seen.
Well, and then what's really neat is this is going to be pretty special for very few families that can be a part of this, because it's going to be shared. Tell us about this.
Well, so originally one owner had everything, and the new owner has decided to keep one residence and then sell 2 other residences and a few lots. So there are only going to be 10 families that get to be on this estate and to get to share in the wonderful amenities.
Okay, well, if you want to learn more, if you want to hop in the snowcat and get a tour, or in the summertime, of course, we'll put you on some kind of a recreational vehicle, go to CastileCreek.com. All right, ladies, let's take a ride.
All right, it's time now to take a look at what's happening up in Beaver Creek, because there's actually so much. And we're going to start by talking about the Villar Center. But I'm going to bring my pal in, Heather, to kind of discuss some of the performances that are up and coming. We've seen a ton of performances this week, including a magician comedian, including that Irish group that played yesterday, Danu. They had 2 performances, which was so special. They were able to celebrate St. Patrick's Day with us. And then tonight and then tonight, Pat Green. Sorry, I just heard something in my ear. And then tonight, Pat Green at 7 p.m. So really awesome music. I'm not the biggest country fan, but I think he would be a really good time.
Yeah, I pretty much love all kinds of music, but we did see another country singer earlier this year. It's such a great venue, really, for any type of event. Like you mentioned, there's such a wide range. Florida is one of my favorite things about living here. Just being able to have so many different types of activities. So if you are in town, definitely go see a show. I think you're going to love it. You're going to be really impressed at the location. It's right underneath the ice rink, easy to get to. You can have drinks and dinner right upstairs in the middle of Beaver Creek before the show, and then you just head downstairs to be able to see it. And it's always just such an intimate experience. A lot of times, because it's a smaller venue, these artists take it more like a storyteller type of event, so that you really get to hear more from them, and then you get to enjoy the wonderful music. So Yeah, even if you're not a huge country fan and you're in town, I would say go check it out because it's going to be worth it.
Definitely. And there's a classical trio coming this Monday at 6:30. I know you are really into classical. Do you know anything about them?
I don't, but that is quite the name. I was when it was up, I was looking at this earlier, trying to decide how to pronounce it. I did take German before, so I could probably get close, but I don't know. I'm not aware of them, but like you said, anything classical is definitely up my alley. So this would probably be good. Really, I'm not kidding. I like basically every music. I think the only thing I don't really listen to is like heavy metal, but I would probably go to one of those shows too. So it's going to be really fun.
Definitely. And so this trio is of violin, cello, and piano, which is just so nice. And speaking of classical music, later in the calendar, which was looking really interesting to me, was the Peter and the Wolf, or is that how I pronounce it?
Yes.
Which I grew up, Peter Rabbit. And I grew up listening to Peter Rabbit. So that would be amazing. I just love hearing classical music live, seeing the musicians. I feel like I appreciate it more.
Absolutely, and especially when you're watching a trio or a quartet, usually you get to really see the expressions on their face and how much passion that they have for the music. It's such a neat way to really understand how much it means to them, and really just to be able to see that is so different than just listening to it on Spotify or wherever you're listening to your music. So it's a really unique way to kind of just appreciate what goes into that even more.
Definitely. And then we have an awesome dance performance in a week with Ballet X, and it's going to be a world premiere. And this is going to be really exciting. This contemporary ballet company is based in Philadelphia, and we've seen them a lot with Vail Dance Festival. So this is all going to be on Sunday, March 25th at 7 p.m. And it's really cool to be in a theater for a world premiere. So maybe you'll even see it later in the dance festival. That would be my prediction. But this is going to be really cool.
Yeah, like you said, getting to see anything getting world premiered, I mean, that's not something you can see many places. So just so special that this is going to happen just right around the corner, right down the street, right? What a neat way to be able to experience dance. And I think Ballet X is a good one too if you're not super into ballet. I think they put in a lot of different contemporary. So it's a nice one to maybe expose yourself to a new style of dance if this isn't typically something that you enjoy.
And this show's all based in the theme of the hero's journey. So it's a lot of storytelling, which is just cool. It's you fill in the lines, you interpret what their bodies are saying in their story. You know, it's a totally a different kind of entertainment. You know, it's no words, kind of like music, but very grounded in storytelling. So catch that performance at Beaver Creek. And then also happening in a week, taking it off the stage and onto the mountain, is the last snowshoe challenge. So we've been seeing a lot of these snowshoe races, and they've been kind of taking place at different parts of Beaver Creek. And so this is the very last one, 26th, and there will be prizes again for the top 3 male and female athletes overall. But there's also, you can just go and have fun. You could walk the races really and just enjoy it and soak in the views, meet some people. So this is going to be really exciting too.
Yeah, and like you said, even if you go walk it, you get to enjoy the atmosphere that kind of surrounds any of these races, and just kind of feel that energy and get to see, we have some world-class athletes in the Valley, as we've kind of already talked about, and it's always kind of fun to see who will be at the front of these events and just get to enjoy that.
Absolutely. So don't miss out. It's prices and information are all going to be on the Beaver Creek website. And like I said, it is the very last one. So take a look at that. And then today, happening from 4 to 5:30, is the Fun Fest. And this is carnival fun for the whole family, which is really fun. So there's different games, and Beaver Creek is the best place for families, especially after skiing. You see everyone kind of gather around the ice skating rink, and I love that Beaver Creek Resort Company is so geared towards family, and that all the different free activities, whether it's caricatures or Fossil Posse. So today, Fun Fest is happening 4 to 5:30.
Yeah, so you can get your cookie at 3 and then head down to get to all those events. Like you said, super family friendly. I always have to get my cookie if we're over there. It's such a fun way to end the day.
Definitely. And on the mountain, you're never going to see really long lift lines. I was skiing there yesterday and there was definitely lines. Sometimes you don't even see lines in general. So when Centennial really backed up, we kind of just skated over to Strawberry Park and then skied along all of, Bachelor Gulch. And then the Ritz-Carlton, that lift got a little bit backed up. So we went over. So you can really kind of escape where the crowds are going, and especially if a chair kind of stops momentarily, you can see that affects all of the crowds. So plenty of room to spread out. And of course, on Vail, you have the back bowls, you have the whole entire front side, whether east or west. And so we are going to clue you into the different vantage points. So when we come back to you, maybe you can show off Lion's Head, see if there's a line. Lifts open in about 15 minutes. So we'll chat about that. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be back very soon.
Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery stands for providing the highest quality care to our unique patient population here in the mountains.
I think that what makes us unique is that we really are practicing groundbreaking techniques, yet, we practice it in a small town environment. Our patients are our neighbors and our kids go to school with their kids.
I think every one of our docs treat their patients like their family. Our goal is to keep you active, doing the things you want to do, and we'll map out a road to success to get you there.
Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And we are going to wow you with some of the fabulous looks that we have to share with you today from J. Crew and Adidas. Let's take a look. Here's Rachel in J. Crew. I love her navy preppy blazer with striped lining, striped pink tee, amazing white jeans, white sneakers, and gorgeous pink ribbon earrings. With her savings card booklet, it'll be $197, saving $316. Here's Enza in J. Crew Kids with her denim jean jacket, her heart filigree tee, sweetheart leggings, heart necklace, and her white slip-on tennis shoes. Whole outfit of $101 with her savings card booklet. Wow, Liv, you look amazing in J. Crew sportswear line. From her fabulous striped button top, pink leggings, fleece jacket, pearlized headband, fingerless gloves, and her amazing tennis shoes with the pink and copper colors, all from the internet return. Her outfit, $145 outlet, fabulous. Kate is in Adidas in her pink hoodie, pastel leggings, black tote, and her white and pink running shoes. Her whole outfit would come to $138. Okay, Rachel, you look fabulous in your amazing full-length bubble coat from Guess. You've got your fabulous hoodie with the faux fur, and look at those adorable pearl gold shades. Whole outfit with the shades, $138. Here's Kate in Adidas with this black cropped jacket, $42. It's 40% off of their jackets. Here's Liv. She's in Guess in the most amazing puffer jacket with fleece detailing inside the hood. Love the black belt and the sunglasses. Jacket reduced to $65. And her shades are only $45 from $90. Love is in the air at the outlets at Castle Rock and Silverthorne. And just a reminder, be sure and pick up your savings card booklet at the outlets at Castle Rock in the food court, at customer service, and the outlets at Silverthorne at the Colorado Welcome Center. Love is in the air, and so are the discounts that you're going to find in the savings book. See you soon.
This season marks the 25th anniversary of the Villar Performing Arts Center in Beaver Creek. In the past quarter of a century, this venue has provided entertainment for all ages and is considered to be a beloved gem in the Rockies. This 535-seat theater is nestled in an unusual location, underneath the outdoor skating rink on the plaza level of Beaver Creek. Littmann's Künstler Theater in Munich, Germany provided the inspiration for the wood-paneled columns, walls, and ceilings that are combined in the curved horseshoe seating layout also found in many traditional European halls, providing unobstructed views from all seats. Fundraising efforts started in 1995, and its groundbreaking was in April of 1996. On opening night, February 5th, 1998, there was a dedication of the Ford Family Relief, a wall outside the venue that depicted the Fords participating in a variety of valley-wide events. President Gerald R. Ford and wife Betty were supporters of the Villar Performing Arts Center from the beginning. The opening week's acts included Ani and Ida Kavafian with the Santa Fe Pro Musica Orchestra, Spalding Gray, All-American Dance Stars, Capitol Steps, and Marvin Hamlish. The Villar Center stage has since hosted some of the biggest acts in the entertainment world, such as Train, Sheryl Crow, country music stars Trace Adkins and Jennifer Nettles, Huey Lewis, Rick Springfield, Lucas Nelson, Keb Mo, orchestras from all over the world, dance companies, and Broadway productions like Rent, Kinky Boots, and The Producers, and many, many more over the years. Where else can you ski, hike, bike, or golf and literally be a short walk away from world-class entertainment? The Villar Performing Arts Center is that gem in the Rockies that completes not only the Beaver Creek experience, but the Vail Valley experience. This Weather Mountain Report is brought to you by Vail Summit Orthopedics and Neurosurgery, keeping you active.
We're starting things out pretty chilly this morning, but we have an abundance of sunshine for today for the weather. So things will warm up, especially by the early afternoon, but it's feeling like -2 out there right now. But it'll be a high of 30 today, no daytime snow, and that's going to be very similar for tomorrow. We have maybe a few afternoon clouds that'll roll in, but the high tomorrow will be about 36, 34, 36, and low of 0. And winds will be about 10 to 15 miles per hour tomorrow. And then as we get to Monday, we start to see a storm come in. And this is a series of Pacific storms that will hit the eastern part of Utah and western Colorado early to mid next week. And there's going to be significant snow expected in the mountains. So we are excited about this. It could be maybe even 3 to 4 feet possible for the southern mountains, but for ours, we're expecting about 9 inches next week, Monday through Wednesday, and then as we get to Thursday through next weekend, another 11 inches at Beaver Creek, 10 inches at Vail. Those snow totals can really shift, but we're keeping our fingers crossed that we get a decent amount of snow next week because, hey, that is our theme. We are loving the snow this year, and we're almost at 300 inches for the season. Looking at those snow totals, we're just a couple inches away from hitting the 300 mark, which is well surpassed last year, which is fantastic. So we're at 297. So I'm guessing, even by Tuesday of next week, we'll see that. We have a 74-inch base at Vail. So just great news. But today, lots of sunshine. And like we said, it's starting out pretty cold. It'll end cold. So make sure you keep that in mind as you layer up. But it is going to be a great groomer day. So keep in mind the groomer scroll at the bottom of your screen. And that's going to give you a nice idea of what's groomed today, both at Vail and Beaver Creek. And I was skiing some of the groomers yesterday and I got a lot of that fresh corduroy. So make sure you peek out the corduroy. And in the mornings, you're going to find the corduroy mostly. So that is a look at your weather. Today, we are excited for an event taking place at the Colorado Snow Sports Museum. And this is all looking at the women of Vail. So we actually had Elaine Kelton on the show earlier this week, and this book is awesome because it's those who walked the bridge from 1962 to 1970 who were pioneers of Vail, and there's so many great unique stories, and it's going to round out the Women's History Month of March, which is empowering women's stories. And so this is going to be really cool. It's donation based, so it's going to be, or actually it is a ticketed fee. So it's going to be 25 for the public and then 20 for those members. And this is at 5:30 this evening. And this is one of their Through the Lens series. And both Elaine Kelton and Carolyn Pope will be there. So if you've been interested about this book and hearing from these lovely ladies, this is going to be today, 5:30, and the museum is just a good place to put on your list no matter what, because it's got a great gift shop and then a lot of cool exhibits, whether it's the old-fashioned equipment or clothing, and it's all right by the parking garage, the transportation center. So nice and easy. If you do park, you can kind of pop in and get a little gift, check it out, and then maybe even attend this event at 5:30. So put it on the list. But let's bring things. Oh, yeah. Here's the website. A little delayed, but here it is. Through the Lens, 5:30. And hey, it does include a drink and some apps. So if you're looking for more information, this is their website, snowsportsmuseum.org/shop. So this is going to be a great event happening today. All right, let's bring things back outside. Take a look. Maybe she's found the sunshine at the gondola, and there's 2 spots to get up on the hill at Lion's Head.
Yeah, I'm in the shade only because you can't see if I'm in the sunshine. But lines already starting at the gondola and at the lift. So I think it's a chilly morning, but we've got some people braving the weather to make sure that they hit the slopes pretty early.
That's awesome. Yeah, lots of families in town. Spring break is here, and people do get after it in the morning. But there's kind of like 2 flows. Normally around 12, you start to see the people who skied in the morning leave, which is normally a little bit of a quieter time on the mountain. I will say that. So if you are a little concerned about, the traffic or maybe getting into a collision, I would say the mornings is a little bit quieter. And then the afternoons will pick up all the way through opera time.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the skiers that are coming down. He must have gotten some early tracks. But it's definitely a little crispy on the corduroy today. So just be prepared for, until things start to warm up, it'll be maybe a little slicker than normal. But I think as this sun starts to warm things up, it'll soften up quite nicely. So a little less traffic in the morning, maybe a little softer in the afternoon is what I would probably say.
Yeah, yesterday morning at Beaver Creek, I was hearing the squeaks, squeak, squeak, squeak. Everything's very frozen down at the bases and at the top. But you can get on the Eagle Bond gondola right there, which is so nice. And that'll take you to the top of Lion's Head. I love a gondola. It's a place where you can warm your hands up, maybe even check your phone. But next to it, maybe it's a long line. I always avoid the long lines in the gondola too. And you can go to Born Free, which will bring you up halfway. And then you can get onto another chair that'll bring you. So 2 chairs up to the top. And that's a way that you can enter from the base. Or you can go to Vail Village and you can get on gondola 1. That normally sometimes can be a decent line too. But one of the main areas, I would say, that people do get onto the mountain. But maybe it's a long line, so then go over to Golden Peak, which I love starting the day out in Golden Peak. It's not all the time, but you can get on chair 6, and chair 6 is cool because you go halfway, and then you can get off and kind of just ski Golden Peak, or you can go all the way. So it's a 2-stop chairlift. You can go all the way, and that's going to bring you to the base of chair 11. And then you get on 11, and you can easily drop down to the back bowls. So that's a really quick and easy way to get to the back bowls.
Yeah, I think people forget about Golden Peak, so that's a great recommendation. I think usually some shorter lines over there, and maybe a part of the mountain that isn't quite as busy as well.
Definitely not. Yeah, it's a lot quieter over there. And there's a little bunny hill right next to chair 6 called chair 12. That was my main first chairlift, and that's a great place just to get your legs under you. Maybe you're really nervous. There's even a magic carpet there. So if you are nervous, start there, because you kind of have to go all the way up to the top of Eagle's Nest to that beginning area too. Just ease into it, because Vail is a big mountain and there's a lot of catwalks that you're going to have to do. So just take your time if you're a beginner, but maybe if you are an intermediate or advanced, another good way to start your day is with some ski drills. And I had the chance to talk with Michael Friedberg last year and filmed him doing all of his ski drills, and I learned so much, and I still do these. So we're going to learn a little bit more with Michael Friedberg.
Hi, I'm Michael Friedberg. I'm a former U.S. ski team athlete and former program director at Ski and Snowboard Club Vail. I've done a lot of coaching and even more skiing over the years, and I'm excited to share some of my knowledge with you guys. All right, let's talk about moguls. Now, moguls was the discipline I skied World Cup on, but there's a lot of value in knowing how to ski moguls because on any ski day, you are going to encounter moguls. You might not encounter gates, you might not encounter other things, but you are going to encounter moguls. And I think the biggest barrier to skiing moguls successfully is knowing where you should be in the terrain. So first we're going to start with some body position drills, then we're going to talk about reading terrain and how to look at moguls. So to start with, we're going to talk about stacked body position, and this is really crucial in the moguls. You're going to want a lot of pressure in the front of your boots, so think deep ankle flexion, knees over toes, hips over ankles, shoulders over hips, arms extended, where we've got a nice bit of range between our elbow and our body pillar. Hands slightly wider than shoulders, nice and open, chin up so that we can focus. Vision is important in moguls. You want to be looking at least 3 or 4 moguls down the hill. All right, so the most important thing to skiing moguls successfully is being able to read the terrain. And by reading the terrain, I'm talking about being backside oriented. So when you look down the mogul line, the part that's coming up and across the hill is the front side of the mogul, and that looks intimidating, and there's absolutely nothing we can do with that terrain. What we're looking for is the smooth lines formed in between the moguls, and a way to unlock that piece of terrain is to think about a bullseye on the crest of each mogul, just past the top of it. And what we're gonna do is orient ourselves to the backside by, from that stacked body position, clearing the front side of the mogul with the pole plant, planting. The pole plant cues our body to move and up and over the new downhill ski. So right now, I'm pressuring my right leg going left. I'm gonna plant, bring my hips up and over the left foot, up and over the right foot, left foot, right foot. Moguls can be intimidating, but with the right body position and focus on being backside oriented, they can also be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching the tutorial. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them for us in the comment section. Thanks a lot and have some fun out there.
All right, well, it's about time to wrap this show up, but let's bring things back outside. Maybe see if it's warmed up since we started the show. We started in the -2, so I'm so sorry, Heather. But hopefully you're staying warm and doing the little dance, and it will warm up to about 30s. And 30s in the sun does feel nice. It feels a lot warmer than it sounds.
Yeah, no, in the sun, it's much better. I keep not being able to find a spot where I can see and you guys can see. So, but when you're standing in the sun, it feels a little bit better. And lifts are turning. They turned them a little bit early this morning. So there's really no lines. So just like we were talking about, like this is a good time to get out if you want to get some quieter turns in. Just be a little bit of aware. It's a little bit crispy on top here, but I think as things start to warm up, that'll start to soften as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be a great day on the hill. Do you have anything exciting on the books for you?
I think I'm gonna go home and warm up first, but I think we are planning on getting on the hill. Not sure if we'll be at one of the resorts or in the backcountry today, but would like to get a couple of turns in and enjoy Saturday.
Definitely. Well, make sure you catch that live music in the afternoons, either at Lion's Head where you are, 3 to 6, or near the I Bridge, the International Bridge, which is pretty close to Solaris. So that should be a fun time. The Fabulous Femme show tonight at Route 6. If you're into like the 60s, 70s music, that'll be my day. I have a whole tech rehearsal in the theater for Mamma Mia, which is a local musical happening next week. So I'll be listening to ABBA all day. And then, yeah, there's a lot of different opera music happening at the local bars, the Yeti game tonight. So plenty of ways to celebrate spring break, St. Patrick's Day, maybe hit up the Westin for that Stranahan's Whiskey Barrel opera event. So lots of things happening per usual here in the Vail Valley.
Absolutely. Anything you can possibly think of today, right? Do you want to be getting a little bit more active or just enjoying some music? I think wide range of options to enjoy on this Saturday.
Definitely. And good luck to all those Shamrock Shuffle racers today. That is going to be kicking off here pretty shortly. So hopefully it'll warm up. And I know them running, well, they'll keep their blood moving. And that's how it is also on the mountain too. So have a blessed Saturday. We'll be back here, same time, same place, 7:30 tomorrow. So tune in to us. And hey, reminder that Watch and Wins tomorrow. So we have these gloves, the water bottle, the T-shirt, Boost Oxygen. I just saw their Shark Tank. And you'll see these all over the stores, the Boost Oxygen. Really nice if you're coming up from maybe Florida or Texas. So that's for free. And this tumbler, I mean, come on. This is all for free. All you have to do is watch tomorrow and call in, and this stuff could be yours. So tune in tomorrow. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you then.